Alright, we're back. We're past the vanilla end date. There's still another, well, almost 80 years left in the game though, so let's keep going. I have managed to catch up in military tech at least with the European powers, to some degree. The UK is way ahead though, which is not good. But I could potentially fight France. No, they've got modern stuff, yeah. I haven't gotten to the point of using tanks. Modern tanks. Oh, yeah, they already have this unlocked. But they haven't gotten main battle tank yet. Which is basically high-level cavalry, I believe. I would need to check the military. Yeah, MBT. Which basically has the offensive stats of a heavy tank, modern heavy tank. But a lot of speed but with good defense. The defense of advanced mechanized infantry, in fact. And actual occupation speed. The budget's looking good again, despite the fact that welfare payments are increasing. It's probably because of the increase of income and dividends taxes, especially the dividends taxes. Oh, thank you. Finally, the anarchists are actually getting in the spreading to the anarchist society. China is also now a republic with universal suffrage. No clue how long that's going to last, considering one of the most powerful interest groups is an authoritarian. But they're considered, well, westernized, so. I've also expanded the Navy, so. Can't wait to get battleships. That's going to make it a lot easier to fight with the Navy. Scout modern cruisers is going to be the biggest deal, though. Modern battleships are going to be the ultimate defensive weapon, but the ultimate offensive weapon will be the modern carrier. Yeah, as the rich continue to weaken, the Liberal Party is starting to fall apart. Yeah, there's just not enough electricity production here. Oh yeah, and I can set up coal-fired plants in now because I've got the steam turbine unlocked. Good. Just gotta check where there are motor industries, so I can start electrifying those. Yeah, I need more battery and wire production. It's not at the point where it's catastrophic yet, but it is getting there. Sadly, it's going to be a while before I can get cabled wire. It is a tier 4 tech, though. It'll increase power plant throughput as well. Right now, I'm just trying to get the military through. Tech through as far as I can. How's tech? I could build up a bit more on the universities, but it won't matter much. I'd rather actually avoid manual data optimization here because it would half production of business data, which is not actually helpful. And increase paper consumption, yeah. Innovation's good, but it's not that good. I'd rather put the business data to use somewhere where it's really helpful. Like, I don't know, the pharmaceuticals industry? Ludicrous amounts of data stuff needed. I'm working on trying to improve it, but there's only so much I can do, and it's eating through my water supplies like mad. That's gonna cause more unemployed to appear because, well, water plants. Actually, maybe I shouldn't build it here. This is a good spot for this sort of thing. This will use quite a bit of electricity. Maybe not that many. I can easily afford more construction, so that's what I'm going to do. More construction. An anarchist, anarchist. I mean, generally speaking, it's... it's from... If it came from British India, the British Raj, it would be a lot easier. I mean, I would get a lot more. Still, although they end up being a syndicalist republic. Start agitating for independence or something. Have I already constructed them, or did I put them in the... No, I've already constructed them. Well, they already have all their... Yeah, they do. Right? A few more of them. Really don't see the difference. I'm also selling them off as I can, the buildings. Which is how I'm getting money from the investment pool. Well, not this. This is so I can work towards getting that money back. Well, the economy into the hands of my own people again. Anyway, where is that one conscript battalion? I want to know. One out of one race conscript battalion. It won't tell me where it is. If absolutely need be, I can always raise the consumption tax. Right now, finances are looking good. Ooh, I'm not very far from hitting the required amount of prestige in order to become an unrecognized major power. I'll do public works once it becomes available again. It's a great way to, at least for a little bit, lower welfare payments. Boost construction efficiency, which speeds up the growth of the economy, bringing in more jobs for people again. It does take a while for stuff to train, though. Naval training rate is stupendously slow, so... Even with large numbers of unemployed people clamoring to join the Navy. And oh boy, I need to work on increasing telecoms, well, radio production specifically. Ah, sell orders. Yeah, that's probably why. But I'm sure there are very few solo orders. There's not many. Yeah, that's bad. Oh, it's mostly pop consumption. Of course it's pop consumption. Leisure items. Yeah, I think the leisure items are the things that are incredibly expensive. It's just not easy to tell what is produced for what. Maybe it's entertainment needs. I don't know. Get the request for diversity of goods. The fact is, substitution's a thing. Sometimes I can't tell what the best substitution is, or even if it's possible to do a substitution. The process of what I'm working on. Yeah, you have overbuilt on steel. Start focusing on alloy plants, please. Nope, just keep expanding the steel mills. Okay, so there's an alloys plant, thankfully. This is gonna get fun. The extra offense is certainly going to be appreciated. Okay, maybe not for this one. I don't actually need offense buffs. This is supposed to hold in place. Okay, what is this even about? Like, really? I'd like to know. Oh, laissez-faire versus co-op ownership. Come on, just a bit more Navy power projection. Give me one more dreadnought. Yeah, I can lower the amount of constructed power plants as I need to. So, what next? Okay, so I don't need that many. 2 here will do. Definitely use more power plants here though. So the other explosive factory is here. Oh, another one is there. I think I can afford the cost of electricity. Yeah, 3 should do. Put that. technology. Ah, decolonization is it. Okay, so just has further pushed up the amount I need. Yay! I've conquered another portion of Amhara, so. Hmm? I can't reach you. I'm sorry. I wonder if this is claimed by someone, and that's the reason why. No? Okay, I'm not sure why this decentralized nation still exists. Does Cape Colony not have... no colonial affairs? I think Zululand is, not actually defended by anyone? Okay, that's odd. Time to upgrade my navy again. Bum bum. Proper battleships. 100 units. Oh yeah, I forgot to upgrade my infantry. Squad infantry. Although the amount of radio usage is going to spike. That's fine. I'm working on increasing telecoms production. Proto-digital devices. That's tier 7. Yeah, sheer radio usage is gonna be high. Oh look, the Confederates appeared. Do they have slavery? Legacy slave. You're telling me that the US still has slavery? I got rid of that ages ago. You're telling me they still haven't managed it? No wonder their great power status is so fragile. Okay, maybe they're number 2, but they're still kind of fragile. My naval power projection should be higher, shouldn't it? Is the upgrade process done, or...? Not quite. My army power projection should be going up too. I'm almost at that point. I want to be. Almost, but I'm still not there yet. I forgot to do how it works. Right. I need to do more construction. Faster. Okay, yeah, if there's anything that I'm lacking dramatically, it is furniture. Lack of more furniture availability will reduce demand for glass too. At least pop demand for glass, which means more available for construction purposes. Let's get that glass box all the way up to 50 in order to max out the throughput bonus. Okay, there's enough unemployed to fill the water plants. Barely, but it's still true. Very cheap way to get rid of some laborers from the livestock ranches. Plus electricity is extremely cheap, so I'll just use it up. I still haven't hit still am producing more innovation than the cap, so it's getting shunted into tech spread. It's still not useful yet, so tech spread. Eventually there will come a point where I'm just going to start spamming universities, at least in the locations that already have one, for more business data. There we go. There's going to be some wobbliness with construction for a little while, because it's going to need more people. But the rate of progress should dramatically speed up, thanks to increased efficiency. Might as well give the legislature something to do. They get a bit bored if you don't give them a load project every once in a while to bicker on and take forever on, way longer than they really, really should. Senator plus Federation. Let me guess. Nope. Okay. Philippine Provisional Republic. Against Spain. What does the military look like? Transit free squad energy. Okay. So, about on par with me. Their navy sucks. Okay. Oh, earning recognition is available. So, +3 from having voting rights, literacy above 40%, and standard of living in the top 20. It's number 12. GDP per capita in the top 20. Or GDP in the top 10. Number 16 in GDP, but 65 in per capita. Trade. GDP below top 30, not abolish slavery. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting +3 per month. Still gonna take a few years. Several years. Exact number is subject to change. Ooh, minus 25% infamy generation. I'll take that. Chemical weapons are a war crime. I might actually need them though. You might stormtroopers real quickly. And then I'll take the infamy generation reduction. Corporate governance. We're gonna get another company set up in order to start diversifying things a bit more. Okay, so there's several Spanish armies traveling there. Well, we've got the Japanese coming in, which are... You know what? Okay. You two, head here as well. It's gonna take 5.5 years-ish. What do they want? I'd rather not do that. Yeah, more diplomatic potential would be helpful. Wow, the registry's lagging a lot. Okay, 6 levels to keep them at 70. 10 levels with Germany. It's fading away. It's really just the speed at which I do these things. Levelize them now, but don't forget about this later. The biggest potential issue here is the Spaniards. They'll eventually come in. I'm not sure if Japan's going to be capable of, well, holding them off. Especially considering it's going to take a while for me to actually arrive there. Thankfully, I did get the infantry offense buff from tech, but... Why'd you attack with one unit? Why did you attack with one unit? What the heck was that all about? Okay, yeah, we obviously have a technological advantage. So when did I finish production again? Because I wasn't paying attention. It's definitely not mechanical farming. Oh, the automatic bottle blowers. I can get industrial cosmetics now. Which are a lot safer than the lead-based ones. Of course, they use pharmaceuticals, which is fun. Especially considering that this one single one I have is going to cause problems. But I don't produce many cosmetics, so... most of the stuff that I use is imported. I might create some local production, but for now it doesn't seem like it's really all that necessary. So... I'm just gonna mark it as unimportant for now and leave it for later. Yeah, I need a company. An iron light company. There's iron mines here, but there's only so many of them. There's easily enough people here that can... take it easily. Bauxite shortage. What's he using bauxite? An alloy plant in... oh, okay. Oh yeah, and obviously I don't support more declared interests. How much does each level take? 10. Yeah, that should be fine. We'll win the war soon. Okay, I'll have you over here as well. Because it does look like I'm going to need to naval invade Spanish territory. I wasn't the only one that had this thought. Japan's doing the same too. Probably best to do that before all the Spanish troops come back from fighting in the Philippines, which will inevitably happen once Maguinda now gets occupied. Yep, the key point is to convince Spain to give up. Demands plastics? Nothing. India's finally independent. Yeah, I could really use that. Merge the two fleets. Yoo-hoo, malaria prevention. Whoopity-doo. Some more tax capacity is going to be greatly appreciated. Minting money would be nice too. Wow. Despite being horrifically outnumbered, I won. Just goes to show that offense and defense have a lot more influence than, well, I guess might initially seem by the base proportions. Seem to be the case. Going off just the proportions between the two. I do believe they're going to capitulate soon. Spain is. Yep. Oh, the anarchists revolted because of they were moving from anarchy to universal suffrage. Makes sense. At that point, you're rebuilding the state. But yeah, I'll help. Why are you heading this way back home? I do need to check Japan's navy. Whee! Whee! Okay, that's plenty scary, but their naval power projection is smaller than I would expect. They have carriers. Ain't that dangerous. Political agitation is gonna finish soon, and then I'll get syndicalism set up. Okay, I'm gonna roll back. Had I known this would occur, I would have not done this. fine though. No, I can't fight against the UK, and I don't want to do a routine change. So it's negative 53. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no chance the UK will bother me with this one. Don't have chemical weapons, so I can't even turn them on. Okay, I figure that political agitation should be done soon enough. Okay, I've got more than them, but I do have exhaustive versus surprise maneuvers, so morale's gonna take a lot more damage. When's the blockade gonna kick in? This is not the state I'm thinking of. It's not the state that I'm thinking of, is it? Yep, it's not blockaded at all. Okay. connected to this C node then, because it's part of Johor. Right, you should handle that then. Still not being blockaded. Well, actually, it's probably the battles taking place right now. Nine weeks. Okay. Get there. No, that's definitely less than 9 weeks, so. I think it's far away enough so that's not a problem just yet. But yeah, it needs the monthly progress value to go through. Alright, I can do state media now. Which will allow me to do some more finicky things and also raise the political rigidity somewhat. There we go. Okay, it does look like I'm about to win anyway, so. Yeah, I mobilized everything. That's incredibly expensive. Just look at the goods for military buildings cost. Oh, I've got symbolism now. So well, we've got anarchos in close now. The new delegate is Abubakar Saki, the leader of the syndicalists. Of course, it does make it look a bit tougher to... Trade societies, resistance, solidarity, union, deserve our, not out, encouragement and sympathy, for they are the natural elements of the social construction of the future. It is they who can easily become producer associations. It is they who will be able to operate social tools and organize production. Many of their members are often unconscious at first of the role that these societies are called upon to play in the future. At first they think of only resisting the exploitation of capital, or obtaining some superficial improvements. But soon, the hard efforts they have to make to achieve insufficient palliatives, or even sometimes negative results, easily led them to seek radical reforms that can free them from capital suppression. Then they study social questions and get represented at workers' congresses. It is necessary that the new groups get in step with the old ones, for it is only through solidarity, widely understood by a worldwide union of workers of all professions and all countries, that we will surely arrive at the suppression of privileges and equality for all. Eugene Varlin, 1870. It'll be even easier for syndicalism to appear in other countries. But yeah, the war is now over, and I can... Of course, I do need to be careful, because as soon as I get decolonization, which is a tier 6 society tech, it's going to become incredibly difficult to get them under control. Of course, decolonization is right here, which requires highway systems? No, antibiotics. Yeah. Ah, the latest election. Right. I should be able to go back to construction now. Oh yeah, I definitely need to produce more water. Let me check where the water plants. Let's see. Still wonder if they have issues with handing over. Probably. How are these organized? 66 in size. Number 8 in size. Man-o-war, a mix of man-o-wars and battleships. Wow. Okay, these more urban centers, but more importantly, another company. Okay, so do I do this one or this one? I can't avoid it, I just sulfur so much. So. Can't really compete with Mexico. Not truly. Sure, I'm literally the highest up unrecognized major power, but Mexico just has too much strength. Just gonna wait for that to recover a bit and make my way forward. Besides, if Mexico is technologically advanced enough, then its subjects should start to, well, Nicaragua. I mean, once decolonization is researched, that will happen. It's just that for the moment, that's not going to be the case. Yeah, once I start producing plastic, I can start doing that too. Oh, wow. Oil is very much asked for right now, so... Probably should. Still working on that. First off, this. Start consuming business data in order to improve throughput. I should do the same with how much business data do I actually genuinely produce? 251. Okay, so I can't consume too much. Let's do the oil rigs. Pretty helpful. Especially since most of this is... Oh, come on. Philippines, really? Yeah, it's mostly being used up at the Philippines. Come on. Time to get some actual oil set up. First, a few more construction sectors. It appears I can handle it, so... And India's helping, so... Of course, I'm not super duper happy about it, but... Well... If it's a fellow socialist country, then... It's not that bad. Just gonna work on... nationalizing. There. It's gonna take a while for this one to fill up anyway, since it's a fresh one. Combined with the increased employment thanks to public works. Oh, that can invest 44, 50. Okay, the electric arc process is not exactly cheap, but it is very much usable, so... Any small steel mills that can start it off, the process? Probably not, because any reasonably sized steel mill has been expanded upon by the steel industry. Steel company. Well, there's here. Use a lot of electricity though. Gonna need a second level here. Oh yeah, far more important than steel mill is the electric arc process for the alloy plants. Now that's going to help a lot. Especially considering I don't actually produce that many alloys, so... And the electric arc is what makes it so much better. Plus, it actually doesn't take very much electricity compared to that for steel. So there's a much less of a strain on the power grid until I can get it properly set up. Of course, the sheer amount of copper required in order to produce that much is, yeah, draining. So, yeah, buying some of the trade center again, because I can only produce so much from this one thing. How long has this been going? Oh, jeez. I overdid it again. Dang it. Oh, great, now she's charismatic. That's why the communists have become so much more popular. There we go. Still haven't done the automobile stuff. I probably should get at least one set up, one factory. This would be a good spot for that. Automobile industry. I need a combustion engine, that's right. I haven't actually researched that yet. Okay, this... Plastics could really be useful. I definitely want cable wire. I need to have at least a basic automotive industry set up before I can even think about anything else. Oh yeah, right, I haven't even bothered to put a power plant here. Okay, I need to stop this now. I can't even do that, because, yeah. Alright. The economy is growing by leaps and bounds. I am well on the way to recognition, now that I've finally gotten enough prestige in order to be considered an unrecognized major power. And I will be and this won't fade away, thankfully, regardless of whether or not my rank actually reduces. So And Russia likes me enough in order to sign the treaty. So I'll become recognized soon enough. Although it will take a while. I'm only gaining +3 per month anyway, so because it's difficult for me to get a high GDP per capita because my population. The numbers are broken. Great. I broke the chart. I did not have 56.8 million people in 1843, so. Yeah, the charts are only built to handle 100 years, so. Outside of, say, loyalists and radicals. So the population chart is already broken. That's fine. Population growth is still 1.5%. I've also picked up a couple subjects thanks to civil wars, Siam and the Philippines. The Philippines are actually merely a republic, though. You're having some serious issues, probably with the anarchist movement, am I right? Yes. What are you trying to do that's making them so angry? Or did you have a political crisis because communists are too big? Yep. Political agitation researched. Okay. Yeah. I am at the point where at least some of the other European countries that don't have that much, I can actually fight against them. I'm still not at the UK's level though. They have tier 6 military technology and it's 1943. They have modern light and heavy tanks. At least last time I checked, which was a few years ago. They might have MBTs now. I don't know. I would have to look. Okay, maybe not MBTs. They do have modern mechanized infantry though. Lancers, siege artillery. I don't know why they haven't picked up tanks. France definitely has tanks though, which is scary dangerous. Modern light tanks, one modern light tank, one modern heavy tank, and 31 modern mechanized infantry. Yeah. They might use chemical warfare too. I don't know if they do. I can, in theory, go to heavy tanks and mechanized infantry. Problem is I don't actually have any of the tank stuff because I don't have the internal combustion engine. So I can't build automotive industries, so I can't build tanks. Yeah. At the very least, I'm pretty close to done with Tier 5, so Tier 6 can be researched next. Then I'll get modern mechanized infantry on the various modern tanks. The MBTs are further down. They're the last of the military. They're the last word in military. After that, it's all buffs from these things. Just to, yeah, increase military wages too. I think the main thing is supposed to try to get you to build small professional armies rather than much larger ones. But yes, I've been starting to pick up subjects. India's independent and a great friend. Japan isn't independent yet and hates me. It does look like they're heading that way though, because yes, plus 0.5 from technology. There's just the very simple fact that I should declare neutrality here. There's nothing I can do about it. I still have the truce with Spain. Japan is not yet independent, but it's going to be soonish. probably their colonies too. They've researched decolonization, which is a plus +0.5 to liberty desire. It takes a lot to be able to prevent that. Funny enough, the British Congo's almost there. If they manage to get their economic dependence to 5.0, which is actually incredibly difficult, but possible, they might be able to keep them under control. But I don't think that's going to be the case. They're going to lose their colonies, and then I'm going to be able to treat them as regular independent countries, assuming no one intervenes, which makes it much easier for me to finally start bringing Africa under my flag. Oh, and the syndicalism agenda finished, so I've got anarcho-syndicalists and syndicalists. And of course, syndicalism right here in the labor unions. It does increase the strength of the bureaucratic interests, but pff, look at them. Look at how tiny and weak they are. But yes, the economy's growing rapidly. As is the population. There's so many unemployed. But I'm working on it. Welfare payments are increasing too. Though they used to be higher a little while ago. I think most of that got shunted into... No, actually it hasn't. There's no way that could have been shunted into the construction industry because there weren't that many. But I'm rapidly constructing things. Fairly rapidly. I think I can... yeah, I can handle more construction. As can the investment pool. Which is... there's no way I can keep up. Yeah, company headquarters are dumping 200. Sure, there's still some nationally owned stuff. But it really doesn't matter much, does it? Should start swapping automatic irrigation for all. Because rubber's just that good. I'm sure I'm selling quite a bit. Yep. Not a huge amount, but that will change. Anyway, I've definitely gone on for long enough. See you again next time. Till then, bye.